There are questions that echo through every age, questions asked by kings and shepherds, by mystics and philosophers, by those standing at the threshold of awakening. Welcome to the Ancient Conversations, where we journey beyond history into the timeless dialogue beneath the seeker and wisdom itself. Imagine this, in keeping with ancient wisdom. If the initiate had to approach the Oracle of Delphi today and ask, "What is the way, the truth, and the light?" her enigmatic and inspired response would perhaps be, "The will of the divine for your life." And so, let's imagine the seeker's journey as they climbed the sacred mountain and as they arrived at the Oracle of Delphi. Not in search of wealth, not in search of power, not even in search of certainty, but with one question burning quietly within the heart. As they enter the temple of the oracle, the air is still. The silence itself seems alive. And for a long moment, nothing is spoken. Then the seeker asks, "What is the way? What is the truth? What is the light?" The oracle closes her eyes as though listening, not to the world, but rather to something older than time itself. When she finally speaks, her voice is gentle. "You have journeyed far, believing the answer lay beyond yourself. Yet, what you seek has always been waiting within." She looks into the seeker's eyes. "The way is the divine will for your life." The seeker is puzzled. "What is the divine will?" he asks. The oracle smiles. "It is not a command. It is not a punishment. It is not a destiny forced upon you. It is the very song your soul has always been trying to remember. It is the deepest harmony between your life and the loving intelligence. It breathes through all things. When your choices arise from fear, you drift from this harmony. When they arise from love, from truth, compassion, courage, and wisdom, you return to it. The seeker asks again, "Then where shall I find this way?" The oracle replies, "Know thyself." Not the self created by fear, not the self built upon titles, possessions, reputation, or the opinions of others. Know thyself beneath the noise, the self that cannot be diminished, the self that was present before fear taught you to forget. She raises her hand toward the light, entering the temple. The truth is not merely something to believe, it is something to become. Every act of kindness reveals it. Every moment of forgiveness uncovers it. Every step taken in integrity embodies it. The seeker whispers, and the light? The oracle's eyes reflects the morning sun. The light is the divine life already shining within you. It will never abandon you. It only awaits your remembrance. The temple falls silent once again. Then, almost as a blessing, the oracle speaks her final words. Do not spend your life asking which road others have taken. Ask instead, what does love require of me now? What is truth inviting me to become? Where is the divine already leading me? For when your life becomes an expression of the divine will, the way appears beneath your feet. The truth awakens within your heart, and the light you sought in the heavens is discovered to have always been your own. The seeker bows, not because every question has been answered, but because they had discovered the one question that would guide the rest of their life. How may the divine live through me today? The phrase, the divine will for your life, is deeply rooted in many wisdom traditions, although each tradition understands it somewhat differently. It often points to a similar insight, and that is that human beings can align themselves with a deeper intelligence, wisdom, or order. Many ancient traditions did not view the divine will as a rigid script where every event was predetermined. Instead, they often understood it as an invitation into alignment. Much like a sailing boat, the wind already exists. The ocean has its currents, yet we still choose how to set the sails. The divine will is less about losing your freedom and more about discovering the direction in which life naturally unfolds. When we are aligned with truth, wisdom, compassion, and integrity, and so through the lens of consciousness, the divine will is not something imposed from outside. It is the deepest intelligence already present within creation. As consciousness matures, the noise of fear, of ego and separation becomes quieter, and what remains is an inner knowing, a quiet movement toward love, truth, creativity, service, and life itself. The divine will is less about what does God want me to do and more about what is life itself trying to express through me. In this understanding, intuition is not merely a feeling, it is the gradual refinement of perception that allows a person to recognize what is life giving, truthful, and coherent.
And until our paths cross again, walk gently, seek deeply, and let wisdom become your way.